always loaded. I had to stay down when they got what I wanted. Now when they see me, them bitches be on me. Now when I pull up, them niggas hate on me. I got more money than niggas be homies. Had the ground for the shit, did it all by my loan.
What's up, y'all? I don't want to waste any of your time, so today I'm going to show you exactly how I made $700 trading NVIDIA, Carvana, and Oracle. I'll show you exactly what I seen in the charts to do what I decided to do. And if you're interested in learning how to trade options or investing into stocks, you definitely use the link down below to join the Patreon, and also use some of those investment links down below so you can go ahead and get started on your own investment journey. Remember, living wealthy is a marathon and not a sprint. All right, let's get right into it. All right, for our first stock for today, it's going to be NVIDIA. As you see, we are on TradingView. I use TradingView to look at all of my stock charts or commodities, cryptos, anything, okay? I use TradingView for all of the charts and things I need to see to understand what exactly is price doing in that moment. All right, so like I said, we're on the NVIDIA chart. On NVIDIA, I made $235. All right, I'm going to show you why I decided to get in the trade that I decided to get in. So for NVIDIA, I actually got into this trade yesterday. All right, so as I said, we're looking at NVIDIA on the daily chart. Each of these candlesticks, right, these green and red candlesticks, both represent one full day of trading in NVIDIA stock. I got into NVIDIA stock yesterday at the close of the market. So right before the market closed, I decided to place an options contract on NVIDIA, and that option contract stated that I wanted to sell or put a put on NVIDIA for $90. Okay, so that means I'm expecting NVIDIA to come down to about $90 by May the 16th. Okay, so my expiration date was 5/16, and my number to hit was $90. Okay, so with options, you don't have to wait until it gets to that date or that specific number to execute your contract and make money. But this is the contract that I decided to go with. All right, I placed another video to go more in depth on how exactly can you make money on options and trade options. Okay, so but what I've seen in this chart that made me decide to place a put on NVIDIA. Okay, so what I have here is a trend line. This trend line is going from the 18th of February. All right, and it's just going straight down to where you see it has came to it and touched it. Right, so we made that look clean. All right, so it came to it and touched it. 1, 2. It almost came and touched it right here, and then it fully came and touched it right here for the third touch of resistance. Okay, so what I seen every time it came to this line is that when it came up to this line and touched it, it sold off. Okay, every time if it got close to that line, it sold off. All right, so yesterday when I was looking at the charts, I seen it had came up into that line of resistance. What I also noticed is that, let me get a little closer, is that when I was looking at the candlesticks, that this candlestick right here, this buyer's candlestick, actually ended with a wick. Well, it was ending with the wick on the top, which means that is telling me that sellers are in control because the candlestick ended near the low, closer to the lows of the day than it did to the highs of the day. All right, so automatically I decided to get into that play, and what happened actually is that NVIDIA had news overnight that they would be losing $5.5 billion based on the tariff that President Trump has put in. Now, I didn't know that NVIDIA would be releasing that news and cause it to sell off. As you see, it sold off today 6%. I didn't know that NVIDIA would be releasing that news to cause it to sell off to 6%. All I did was understand what I was looking at in the charts, and when I seen it came up to our resistance point in the charts, I just put in my play for a put, and woke up this morning, had a lot of profit, and like I said, on NVIDIA, we actually made a profit of $230. All right, So let's get right into our next play, which is going to be Carvana. All right. Carvana today ended down 2%. Okay, and as you see with Carvana, it looks very similar to the NVIDIA chart. On Carvana, we are also on the 1 day time frame, so we're on this 1 day time frame still. And as you see, Carvana had came up to it has a trend line as well, which is currently acting as its resistance point above. It touched this trend line 1, 2, 3, and this is going to be the 4th touch of the resistance line. And as you see, every time it came to this resistance line, it sold off. All right, so I'm expecting that this does the same thing in the next few days, but I've already actually made money on this play as well. So this play was a $130 call, and it was out to the 5th of May. So as you guys see, Carvana is only down to $209, but I've already gotten in profit $290 off this call. Now, some people may ask, why is this call more in profit than the NVIDIA call when NVIDIA actually sold off more than Carvana? The reason for that is because this Carvana play cost more than the NVIDIA play. Okay, so I put more money in, I risked more money in this Carvana play to make more money ultimately. All right, so like I said, I seen it come up to this resistance line. I actually got in this one yesterday as well. A lot of times I get in my plays right before the market close, or 20 or 15 minutes within the market opening, so I can really get an understanding on what's the strongest price movement or current price movement that's pulling the charts. So lately, a lot of that has been disrupted because of the news that's coming out all throughout different times of the day. It might come out on the weekend, so we never know with the news. Honestly, right now I'm just focusing on keeping all of my technical indicators aligned and really just focusing on making sure my charts are truly marked up to the best of my ability, to where I can really understand what is price going to do next. All right, so ultimately as a trader, I'm just trying to predict what is price going to do next so that I can make money whether it goes up or down. Okay, so Carvana, like I said, came up at this resistance line. This actually has more room to run, so I'm going to I'll probably actually get into another Carvana put tomorrow and just try and hold this out maybe another week or so. So I like to if I go up about 20%, I'll take some of the profits, and then if it's still in that same trend I believe it was in when I first got into it, I'll get back into the trade. So I don't sit and just hold it for the entire expiration time. I like to get in and out of those plays just so that I can have more liquidity. So for the last stock of the day, it's going to be Oracle. Now with Oracle, today I made $180 on Oracle. With Oracle, I also placed a put in on Oracle. Just like the NVIDIA and Carvana chart, this is very similar, right? So it has its two trend lines, right? Making sure that price is coming into that wedge. So as you see, this is similar to a wedge, right? So I can look it up. Wedge pattern, right? So as you guys see, I was already in a downtrend. I got it lined up on both of my resistance and support lines, and so I'm just waiting for the price to come to either those lower lows or those lower highs and making a play off based on what price had done previously. All right, so all of our charts are looking very similar to this. And so as you see with this one, it actually couldn't even get all the way up to the resistance line, which lets me know that sellers are really fully in control of this stock. And so once I seen it couldn't break it right here, I think that was like 2 days ago. Yesterday I was just waiting to see what was price action doing, how was it moving, and I understood that, okay, boom, we came to a double top on yesterday, and then right before it closed I seen that sellers were still in control, so I decided to take a put on that play as well, and ultimately woke up in the green. Oracle was down about 3% because of the NVIDIA news. All right, when you get news on other companies, it will affect the entire market, especially if that company is a large company like NVIDIA. NVIDIA is one of the largest companies in the world. So when you get major news on that stock, it's going to affect any stock in that same sector. Okay, so Oracle is in the technology sector, so just like the rest of the technology stocks today, it sold off a good amount. So I said it came up to the resistance line about 3 times, couldn't really reach there the third time, and just sold off. So what I can see is continuation through here. This is actually one of the trades that I'm still in. So I fully closed out on my NVIDIA and I fully closed out on my Carvana, but I'm still in this Oracle trade because I believe it's going to break this support line and continue to sell off and retest its last lows. So that's what I'm looking for in Oracle. So that's exactly how I made $700 in a few hours just trading options right at home. I didn't have to go and clock in for nobody. I honestly just had to take the time and really learn these different methods and understanding what exactly is price doing on that chart. That chart is going to be gold, right? No one can take this information from me. I'm going to be eating for a lifetime based on this information that I've learned and I've accumulated. And like I said, if you're interested in learning, please reach out to me. I'm more than willing to help people learn and teach people exactly how to trade options or how to long-term invest as well. Please support the channel. Visit www.shoplivingwealthy.com. And if you learned anything, please comment down below. All right, see you in the next one.
I wasn't always loaded, I had to stay down when I got what I wanted.